one less.
Yeah.
One less than 10 means it's 9.
I mean, if you added one more to 9, you were at 10.
You got it.
But it's almost 2026.
All right. Well, Nate, while I find a corkscrew for this son of a gun,
If you
you're doing the sponsor intros tonight.
subtracted 5 from 9,
Welcome to math class.
then added 4, minus 2 plus 3, you would have 10.
I use a calculator.
Equals 10 every time.
Every time. 60% of the time.
Dude,
It's 10 every
all
time.
you need
It's
is a
10.
drywall screw.
Actually, that's a good point. Trying not to push
He
it
doesn't
through.
have one.
So, yes, you do.
What basement doesn't have a drywall screw?
All right, I guess I'm on intro duty.
Yep.
Where's our thingers?
Media assets on the right side.
Media assets on the right side. Keith, do you see this?
Come on, you don't know who they are, Nate?
I know who they are,
I feel like there's wood chopping business.
but I wanted to pull their logo up. I don't see no media fucking asset. Oh,
How do
it's
I
right there.
sponsor this?
It's right there, media asset. Man, they don't pop up.
How do I
You got it
sponsor
all
this?
messed up.
Look at you go. I had one good idea tonight.
Well,
Just rip the fucking cork.
gonna say thanks to Busy Bee Chiropractics. Go to Dr. Britt for all your chiropractic needs. She'll get you straightened out and feeling good.
Oh, no.
You can also get a sauna, a massage,
Go speak to the
or a
nutritionist.
masseuse. Go speak to the nutritionist.
I like the nutritionist.
Go see Dr. Britt at Busy Bee Chiropractics in Newark, New York. She'll hook you up. Thank you.
Do I need to help you?
I clicked media assets. Oh, you gotta scroll up. Ah, there you go. All right, M&R Firewood Services. Located in Phelps. Best firewood around. They are located right in Phelps. It would be the east side of town, right off of Main Street. Get yourself some camp wood. I don't know if you're camping anymore. Well, some hunters might be camping.
Going to deer camp.
Going
Yeah,
to deer
exactly.
camp. Go get your M&R firewood bundles. They also do, if you heat your home or cabin with firewood, they also do face cords.
One of Keith's buddies, William Tidd.
Willie Tit?
Yep, he went and got,
And
him
then
some firewood. I think
Oh,
they even
nice.
delivered it for him.
We'll do the Busy
Oh,
Bee
look at that.
logo.
No cork in the bottle.
Oh.
M&R.
I
We
had
got
one, I had one good idea.
MacGyver Ben back there.
It was
Yeah.
my idea.
Got a cork
All right.
tryout.
PMW,
Don't know that guy.
Who's that guy?
Pierce Metalworks, for all your machining
Never
and
heard of him.
fabrication needs. Get a hold of yours truly.
But you got a Facebook for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought I gave you a card.
Find us on
No.
Facebook.
I don't know. I feel like everyone just throws your card out and you give it to them.
I don't. I keep them. They go in my truck, center console. Stay there for life.
All right,
Until I trade it
I'll
in.
get it to you. Whitetail Properties. Your land specialists. Get a hold of them if you are interested in selling or purchasing any land, farmland, honey
Just had our
land,
first
recreational land.
Sure
They
did.
did some auctions. Ben here's sort of kind of involved in them. If you
kind of, sorta, just a little. Oh, we did get a little
you just
cork in there,
you
Bob.
just message him or get a hold of him, and he'll hook you up. Him and Tim Kent.
Kent.
Yep, Tim
Tim
Kent.
Kent. And then, sorry, Tim, I wasn't 100% of your
Do you want to
last
put a
name.
new cork in this, Ben?
Phelps Fire
A
Hall.
new cork. Yep, that's a new one.
If your house is on fire, give him a call.
like
He'll
you
be there, maybe, to put it out.
I feel like you should call 911.
And while you call 911, they'll go to Phelps Fire Hall.
Yeah. If you're in Geneva, Phelps Fire Department's not going to do it for you.
If your house is on fire, call Kyle Tiffany
Oh my god.
or Philip Frere. They will be there in a matter of within the hour
Well,
easily.
Phil's the
Within the
highway
hour.
highway guy now, man. Congratulations.
But no,
Phil.
they're good guys. They do a great job. Their place there you can rent it for any really event. I mean, they got a nice setup. They got a full kitchen in there. They got a full activity lounge for all of your activities.
Darts.
Darts. You know what you do usually when you play pool and darts and where you would do that. That's what you would do there.
Yep. Clubhouse.
All right.
Where is this?
And
Phelps Fire Hall.
Phelps
Oh,
Fire
that's
Hall.
every fire hall.
And then we have Heritage Outdoors. Go see Mike and Lou down there and all the guys and girls for any of your archery needs. Crossbows, longbows,
They are
compound bows.
They are closed this Saturday for the opener.
They are closed this Saturday. I'm assuming they're headed over to their property to do a little hunting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so thanks to all the sponsors for all you do. And here we are at 100 Proof Whitetails. Keith Burley's here. Some call him the best surveyor of the Northeast. He's right here.
Thanks for having me, boys.
Can they see the mouse?
No.
Damn it, I was circling
All right,
him.
so Nate, first question of the night. If somebody wants to sponsor the show, what do we do?
Contact me or Ben, and what is it, $75 for the year, and on every show we will flash your logo and say a little spiel about your
Cool
stuff. Ben is way more professional than me,
Oh yeah.
And we have the outro video set up now with all the
I
sponsors
feel like-
finally.
and your logo will pop up
Okay,
at
so
the end.
I'll
of the...
be your next. I'll be your
Sure.
next sponsor. That'll be a good time.
Did you start your own thing yet?
No, beasurveyor.com is the coolest thing in the world. So we'll do that for next year.
Oh, okay.
I want to be a surveyor too.
You can. It's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
It isn't.
Never too late. Holy
And
frickin' Toledo, look at the camera.
All you have to do is just try really hard.
Try really freaking hard.
You can do it.
Yeah.
I feel like
Everybody's saying hi, good video, like your video. How are you? You are the best on YouTube. Well, thank you,
Wow.
Josu Soto.
All right.
awesome.
Thank you.
So we're back in China. Were you at that episode? Were you at that episode where Jesse
No, that
was
was
on?
Jesse.
I've heard bits and pieces
Like Jesse, someone on there's like, hi, blah blah blah, and Ben's like, where are you from? Her or him goes China. And Jesse's like, you hacking me? He's like, you stealing my information right now?
Do I need a VPN?
He's like, Jesse was tweaking. It was great.
Thought
It was
his whole
hilarious.
bank account was getting emptied by the end of the show.
That's
And
pretty.
then I'm like, it's all Ben stuff. Ben's getting hacked. We're good.
That's pretty funny.
Yep.
Poor
So
Ben.
what do we got? 3-4 people watching?
8 currently, 8
That's
live
cool.
ones.
Awesome.
David Todd says, "Congrats, Ben, great buck." That's not my buck. That's Nate's buck.
That's Nate's cool buck.
Nate's the only one that brought the buck tonight.
Nate, does this buck have a name or is it just buck?
Buster.
Buster buck.
Buster.
I know a Buster Hyman.
Yeah.
Buster. I don't know. I didn't give him a name. There was
Rosie Palm.
There
Did
was
that
a few.
just go over your head?
Yeah. I don't know Buster Hyman. Ah. Not good. Not good.
We haven't had dad joke comedy in a while, so
Oh man.
Jeez, Nate.
you walked right into that one.
Usually they
I
only
don't
go
know
over
if
my
he was
head.
saying this buck. I think he was just David Todd was just saying in general
Gotcha.
because you did shoot a beast.
Yeah,
there.
it was on the Facebooks and the Instagrams and everything.
Sure. Yeah.
It was a really nice deer. Congrats.
Key
Well-
shot a buck. I mean, we're looking at 3 killers tonight.
Yeah.
So, congrats to everybody, which is why we're drinking out of the kill bottle that hasn't been drank out of since last year, so the cork
Yeah.
fucking dried out.
Autographed by
Congrats.
Jimmy Russell himself.
Yeah, where is it?
Buster
Where did you
Herman
put it?
himself.
Back up on top.
Oh, jeez, I thought you were going to show everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
Buster Herman.
That's why I
and,
had it out.
Jimmy Russell.
Yep. Nope. We drink out of this guy every time somebody kills.
Ben's had it for 9 years.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can
The
tell we don't kill a lot.
The
There's still a
cork
lot in
broke
there.
tonight. So.
Well, we usually don't pour like 2-3 ounce pours out of it. Like the only thing that's coming out of that
right.
is.
Ben's pretty stingy with that.
Well, I think going forward, we'll once it does finish off,
Just refill it.
we'll refill it with regular rare breed or something.
Don't you want to like?
Or you know what we put in it? We put turkey tail in it.
Turkey tail's a great idea. Yep, good idea.
We put the rare breed mixed with the Russell's 10 in
yeah,
it.
that's great.
That 50-50
Or
combo.
we do like we started in the beginning,
Doing
the
Infinity.
Infinity bottle. Then we did every episode, whatever you're drinking, you got to do a little dab in there. Then when someone kills, they got to do a.
Keith's like, no.
Please no.
It was okay until we started putting a couple flavored bird dogs in it.
Yeah.
Then it was not the greatest. So,
Well, congrats, Nate and Ben, for killing nice bucks.
and
You
congrats
too,
Keith
Keith.
for shooting his first
You
buck with the
too.
bow.
Second bow. The first deer I ever shot with a bow. The first year I ever shot with a bow was a young buck. First year back hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So this was 2021.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say,
Gotcha.
and it was like probably the luckiest thing ever. This deer literally walked in front of me 13 yards. I didn't call him. I was in a crap location, crap stand. That stand you and I took down, that really old one, at my mom's. And
You shouldn't say that on here about the stand Ben helps you set up.
no, it was not. It was like a 20-year-old stand. But anyways,
The one I helped him take down.
yeah.
Oh,
And that was my first animal with a bow, first buck ever. It was young. It seemed huge to me at the time. So this is my second buck with a bow, and the second biggest buck I've ever killed.
Cool. Good deal, man.
Yeah.
Good deal. So,
yeah.
yeah.
You normally got eye guards like that?
Have what?
That's where the gland kind of comes out of the skull there.
Why his seem a little popping a little more to me.
Some are a little bit more pronounced than others, sure. So,
You gonna tell everyone what he scored?
Yeah. He was 100 inches. 99 and a half.
and we round up.
And we round up.
It was actually 4/8.
Why do we measure in eighths, Keith?
Apparently, because some asshole decided that we were gonna measure deer in eighths.
Well, you screwed up the joke. The joke was, Keith's like, why the do we measure deer in eighths? I was like, all deer get measured in eighths. I don't know. Some drug dealers came up with it at one point, and we measure deer in eighths because of that.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, we should have videoed the first one,
So-
first take.
yeah, because it was perfect.
That
But,
was funny.
yeah, so 99 4/8, call him 100.
Close enough.
Andy will make him 100.
Yeah,
I'm too stingy.
Ben always shorts me like 3 inches.
I'm stingy.
Well, I'm short 3 inches every day, Nate. So get used to it.
Yeah. So, I can't remember. Did we tell the story about your buck? I can't remember if we did on a previous show.
Yeah, we did it
Yeah,
that
yeah.
night.
Yeah, the night of. Exactly.
The
Never
night
mind.
of.
Yep.
The night you killed him.
The night we killed him,
Did a live show with him hanging.
You had
or
help?
I killed him, the night I killed him,
Okay. It was that night you had the show?
It was a
yeah,
Wednesday.
he was hanging behind us
Yep.
in my barn.
Nice. I didn't get that one. Sorry. I missed you.
Keith's mom was probably tuning in.
Dude, my mom loves this show, but apparently like only when I'm on it.
Well, yeah, she don't care about us.
She really likes Ben. She's never met you.
She don't like me.
She's never even met you.
Yeah.
No, my mom likes everyone. Legit. She likes everyone.
Yeah. So. All right, Keith. Well,
What are we doing? What are we talking about?
tell us a little bit about your.
Gun season?
Well, we got that coming up, but I want to hear about Keith's buck.
So, kind of a funny story. I was sitting a stand for the third time this year that I can only sit with a east or a northeast wind. And it's just on the edge of our hayfield at my parents' farm, right outside a thicket bedding area. And I sat the stand
Cork.
2 times previous and didn't see a single deer. And this is the first time sitting this stand in 4 years and not seeing deer. So I was like really freaked out, right? So it was Sunday morning, getting into the stand, had a northeast wind, and I wasn't gonna hunt that morning. My wife's like, "You should just go out. You're not doing anything else." So I decided to go out and get out there, bump a deer getting in, and still heard the deer when I got into the stand, and then just at kind of legal shooting time, I saw a deer jump out in the field, glassed it, realized it was a buck. I'm like, that's a good sized buck, and grunted at him. He stopped. He was heading northeast away from me like 150, 160 yards. Grunted him 2 more times, and like I was saying, these guys earlier, within 20 seconds, he was on top of me. And my wife and I had just trimmed more shooting lanes in that stand this year. And the one shooting lane I really, really wanted to my left, he walked right into. And it was dark in the morning, but I mean, it was legal shooting time, but it was dark for my colorblind ass eyes. I drew back. I'm like, I can see my peep, I can see my pin. I stopped him. He turned towards me and I executed the shot. And as soon as I made the shot, I'm like, that's too far back, right? Just too far back. And he quartered away, went in the field, and we have a small wooded island in the field, and he stopped about 30 yards short of that island, and he stood there for 15 minutes, didn't move. And then he slowly walked around the island. My mom from the house saw him slowly walk across the field, drop down into the woods. We lost him. 6 hours later, me and 2 buddies went to try to find him before the rain, and we ended up bumping him twice on Sunday afternoon. Mm-hmm. It was like just shy of 3 o'clock. Bumped him twice, and I'm like, I'm done. Not gonna push him anymore. I couldn't get out on Monday. I was in the field for about 11 hours on Monday in the surveying. Decided last minute to go out yesterday with my coworker. He's like, I bet he's dead. We had a good idea where he was going, and just happenstance. And we took 35 minutes, walked across the road into a thicket. We split up. I went left, my buddy went right, and within 15 seconds we were on top of him. So it was just kind of luck, kind of planning where we knew he was headed. Mm-hmm. And he was there, got him to the processor, and luckily most of the meat is good. So it was just kind of a wild thing. But I tell you, and I said this to Ben yesterday, I called him, I was embarrassed, man, that I didn't execute a good shot. I didn't find the deer. I couldn't sleep. I felt so bad for wounding an animal. So, like, even if I don't get all the meat, like, it was closure. Mm-hmm. Sure. And just to find him and not go to waste was a huge relief off my shoulders to find him and be able to, take the animal and enjoy the experience. So
happens.
Yeah,
it does, dude.
Well, lost deer.
We've all been there, dude. With a not a perfect shot or a prime shot or whatever, but it also goes back to the what to do and what not to do. I had a similar situation where I tracked one for a guy that shot one this year, and I'm pretty sure they jumped it the night of. Yeah. Shot him in the afternoon, jumped it the night of, and after all the deer I've tracked throughout my life for folks and myself and everything, and that if you jump them, dude, like it goes down to like 10 to 20% recovery rate.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Most of the time, because you shoot them full of adrenaline and all that stuff. So the ones you typically find in that situation are you get liver shot, back shot like that, where they're going to die for sure. But if you bump a muscle, I mean, most of the time the muscle hit's not going to be, the muscle hit's not going to be fatal most times anyway.
Yeah.
So, but if you jump them that first night, we don't know where he hit them 100%. And I wasn't there to start tracking the first part of that night.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. It was like, I would go, our rule is, you go where the shot was, if you have any inclination for it, so I guess kind of back up. Watch the deer after the shot. See how the deer reacts. Yeah. See where the deer goes. Get good landmarks. Mm-hmm. All this stuff is just, it comes with time and more deer, that you shoot. But try to take those landmarks, watch the deer, watch them with glass to be able to see what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Their tails are flickering, if the tail's tucked, if they're kind of hunched up, if they've got like a little limp or something, any of that kind of stuff can help you with the track and the information. Yep. Just kind of looking at the whole situation, and they were like, it was good blood all the way, which it was. The next day it was super easy to follow blood. So that's also tough, but if you're not going... If you go over 100 yards and you don't find them, especially one that you shot in the evening, I back out. Yeah. Like, if I don't find them within 100 yards...
You're done.
We back out. Yep. Like, when we were tracking Hornet the night I shot Hornet, me and Nate, we got right to the edge of the food plot, and I'm looking back at him right before he went down the hill there. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I heard him crash going down the hill. I said, but he could have been busting brush just going down the thick side hill. Yep. And I told Nate right there, I was like... I said, we're only going to go a little bit longer. And then we shined the light, and he was piled up in a sumac.
Yeah.
You know, but it was right there on the end where we were about ready to pull out. The same thing when I shot D that night. We took that one way too far, but he didn't bed. But I muscle hit him. So we kind of knew, you know.
And he's the one that made it through.
Well, he made it through, and then he disappeared.
Yeah. So I tell everyone, like, so I've only, just so everyone watching, I've only been hunting for 4 full seasons. And I say to myself, if I can learn something every season, even if I don't harvest an animal, that's a successful season to me.
Should be learning something every hunt.
Right, exactly. But like, you know, if I have one big lesson, so like the big lesson I took this weekend was, you know, we should have backed out, you know, that day, and I didn't have an opportunity to go out Monday to go look for them in the morning or anything like that. I had obligations at work that I couldn't back out of.
Sure.
So it just, so I was thinking, oh man, like if I don't find this deer today, I can't go look for him tomorrow type deal. But hindsight 2020, I would have backed out, not gone in there, because he was bedded about 100 yards from the horse barn when Jake bumped him. And then he bumped again like 300 yards from our property. So it was just one of those things that took it a little too far, a little too eager, and in all of his travels from where I shot him, he probably went 1,000 yards.
Sure, and you just went to the first good block of cover.
Yeah.
That you thought he was heading to.
Right, and got extremely lucky and found him, you know.
Sure.
But yeah, lesson learned. 2 lessons learned with this one: don't shoot when I can't have enough light to get the orientation of the deer. That's lesson 1 for me. And then lesson 2 is get in that situation again, just back out and call Ben. I mean, really, just because I just don't have the experience, right?
Sure.
You know, but I'm trying to get more experience and learn everything that I can and move forward, right? And try really hard.
And we've all been there, dude. And we've all been, you know, I got a call from a guy the other night when I was dropping off my head over to Dahmer's taxidermy to get my Euro done. And I got a call from a guy, and he's like explaining to me what the deer did, because he's like, dude, he's like, I don't want to screw it up. It's a giant, and it's a really, really great deer that he shot.
Yeah.
Really phenomenal deer, as big as bug he's ever killed. He's like, I don't want to screw it up, and he tells me the whole story, and I'm like, well, if he did exactly what you're saying he did, I said, I guarantee he probably fell right where you think you lost sight of him.
Yeah.
I'm just like, because the way he acted, everything like that.
Sure.
You know, I said, if that's how it was, and he asked, well, what would you do? I said, well, when did you shoot him? Like two and a half hours ago. I said, okay. So I would go in there, you know, everything looked good. He said he watched the knock disappear, and then he never saw it. I didn't ask him, actually, if he found his arrow when he sent me the picture of the buck. But he said he watched the knock disappear. He said that all looked good. And then, you know, the deer kind of bounded a little bit and then kind of walked off slowly and kind of staggered a little bit and walked off slowly, and then he kind of disappeared, I guess, kind of over a rise or whatever. And he said, but he's like, it was a little over 100, 150 yards or something, I think he said. And I'm like, well, I said, that sounds good. I said, you know, but I freaking double lunged a doe one time, dude. I watched her go back out and feed for 5 minutes. And then, like, get kind of wobbly, walk back to the woods, bed down, and I watched her die.
Yeah, right.
And it's like...
unbelievable.
Yeah. Double high lung on her, and
yeah.
It went right through her. She didn't even know she was hit.
Right.
And I'm watching her with binoculars. She's bleeding everywhere, and then she's eating. And I'm like,
nuts.
What the... And then I've shot him, and Bud was the one. I shot him up through that high lung diaphragm, you know, hit him a little high back, quartering too slightly. And as soon as I shot him, I'm like, damn, that's back. And he takes like 3 bounds, and his tail flickers, and then he just falls over.
Yeah.
Because I punched that diaphragm.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck? I was like, okay, sure. And then other ones, dude, I've seen them with the frickin', and my dad will tell the story. He watched that one, I think it was a doe that one time. He frickin' heart shot her, and she ran about 300 yards on a dead run, and died on a dead run.
Right. It's nuts. They're such strong animals, and it's insane to me.
You know, and I say that as long as they don't get infected, a liver hit is fatal, gut hit is fatal, the body will go septic. But if it's a muscle hit, especially with archery equipment, dude, I'll bet on the deer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet on the deer 75% of the time. As long as it doesn't get infected.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
even single lungers, dude.
Yeah, like that
Especially
one.
if you jump single lungs. So, but it's all different. They're all different. So, but yeah, dude. Well, good. Congrats. So,
Thanks.
Euro on that guy?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Euro. He's at the processor now, and he's gonna save the head. So I'm hoping Jesse will do him.
He's
And,
taking deer.
He is taking deer. The
Get that
Dahmer.
done. That'll be the second Euro for the gun room wall. So pretty excited for that one. Just I just can't explain to you guys like how much of a relief it was when I called you yesterday and said I found him.
Yeah.
That was just a huge accomplishment. And so this is gonna sound crazy. That wasn't the best bow moment for me though. So the best bow moment this season might sound stupid was taking a mature doe with my bow. It was the first mature doe I've taken with my bow. In the past 4 years, I've missed 8.
You've had a little rough go with it.
A very rough go for multiple reasons.
Dude, there's a buck, there's at least 1 or 2 bucks up there that I found after season. Ted found one, and then the other one I found with Clayton that one time. But Ted found baby 10.
Yeah, baby 10.
So I was more excited when I killed the mature doe 2-3 weeks ago, whatever it was, with the bow, and than I was with the buck because I had made so many rookie mistakes on mature does, missing, just doing stupid stuff. I'm like, man, I finally got that monkey off my back and took a nice mature doe with my bow.
And we talk about
It's
it,
tough
dude.
to get over that hump.
It was, Nate, it was the hardest thing I've ever done hunting.
It really is hard in bow season.
Yep.
To get over that hump, especially if you come from
a non-traditional hunting family too.
That's what I mean. Like, especially if you come from if you don't have anybody to like guide you the right way.
Yeah.
And you're out there hunting like pawpaw. You know what I mean? Like, it's.
For like with your uncle or whatever,
Like Uncle Josh was for me. I mean, I hunted with my grandfather, but he was like a red flannel guy. He goes, you go out there and you sit on a stump or a corner of a field and you wait for something to possibly walk by, kind of thing.
Sure.
Yep.
I mean, did he have success? Yeah.
Yep.
But it wasn't consistent success where you see somebody who has consistent success and you want to bring yourself to do that also. You gotta kind of pry those people for the information and stuff like that, and hopefully they give you the time of day. But I guess going a little off track there, but I mean, if you come from a non-traditional hunting family, I mean, you're gonna go through the grind, and that was one of the hardest humps for me to get over, was getting past a mature doe in archery season to wait for a buck.
Right.
I could get the doe there to where I could shoot her. I could never get her past me. I could never, she'd always pick me out. She would smell me. She would whatever all the time. I don't know. I struggled with that for years. And I swear to God, they can read your energy.
Those?
I use any deer.
Any deer.
But if you're worked up in the stand, they know you're worked up, and they know you're around. I swear to God, they can read your energy.
Dude.
They call it like a sixth sense or some shit.
Feel it.
So if you're up there and you're all amped up and you're like, oh my God, he's right there, she's right there. Those deer I swear to God, can feel it. If you're up in the stand and you're acting like LL Cool J up there, they don't give a fuck. They just keep going. I swear to God, they read the energy.
That's one thing that target archery has helped me is getting kind of my shot process down and not getting whatever buck fever or whatever you want to call, getting your blood pressure up. Staying cool, calm, and collected, really, and just work, executing the shot.
So
right? So that's what I've been really working on. But now, like we were just talking about earlier, is knowing. So one thing I've struggled with this year is knowing where to aim, right? So we were just talking about this earlier of like where
YouTube videos.
Of like where
we need to make one then.
Of where actually I should be aiming.
Pull Jeff out.
So it's something I got to work on personally, and So
It's
the
not
funny,
a bad video, honestly.
so the funny story. I volunteered for that video.
He's gonna shoot my fucking full body decoy.
No, we'll use a 3D target.
No. Actually, at Runnings the other day, I saw these sweet ass paper targets, and so on the front, it's a deer, and there's like 10 different positions the deer's in, and you shoot it. It's
You
for
put it
it's
on
for,
your block
it's
or
for,
something?
It's for a gun, but we would have to figure out a way to do it with a bow. But you shoot it, and then when you take it off and you flip it around, it'll show you where all the vitals are when that deer's in that position. And you can see like what you would have hit in that
Well,
shot.
that's kind of neat.
Well, I wonder if we could like pin it to
And it
a
wasn't
block.
bad. It was only like $15.
I wonder if we could pin it to like a block target or something.
Well, I
You
have.
need a big block
I have
target.
a
These
30
sheets are like
I have
It's
a-
a full deer sheet.
Well, I have
it's,
a.
yeah,
I got a
We'll
30
shoot a
inch.
heritage on inside. We'll shoot
I
it
got a-
inside on the indoor range.
I have a
Yeah.
30-inch
Yeah, we
target
do
at
that.
home.
Or we'll just go, we'll just break into Heritage, steal one of their big ass blocks,
The big bales.
big bale,
They're
bring
out-
it over to our house,
They're
shoot it.
outside in the summertime.
Yeah, we'll just go grab one and
Do
shoot
you have a
it,
trailer? They're heavy.
and then we'll just bring it back.
They're a show sponsor. It's fine.
We'll bring it back. Yeah.
Do we have to tell them?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Don't tell them.
Keith, we don't have to tell him. You pick it up. You go get
What do you
it.
think I am, a little ninja?
We'll
Did you hear me?
we'll get things set up at the house. You go get the bale.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
We got to get the cameras, the mics. We
It'll
gotta
be
get-
fine.
There's a lot me and Ben have to do
Okay.
here, but if you could get the bale, that would be great from
All
Heritage.
right, I will get the bail.
I'll grab the target when I'm at the college in the next couple of days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll bring the beer.
So,
I don't-
but in all seriousness, I was just talking about this with these guys. It's one thing that I want to practice in the off season is setting up a stand off season and getting a 3D animal, whitetail, and practicing those angled shots and where to aim. So in that situation, I can develop a mental process. Okay, it's quartering true. I'm going to aim here. It's broadside. I'm going to aim here. It's quartering away. I'm going to aim, here, and kind of just be able to do that. I've never been able to practice that.
Sure.
And I shoot my bow all year long, but I shoot level ground.
Can you visualize in your head, like when a deer's in front of you, and whatever position it's
Yep.
in, like where its vitals are?
No, and that's what I struggle with. That's what I need to work
All
on.
its vitals are in its chest, like its chest and its rib
Right,
cage.
and
right?
I have never been taught that.
Right. So,
Yeah.
like wherever a deer is, all you got to do is figure out how to get your arrow into that.
Into that area, right?
Yeah.
But like I said to you before the show started, truthfully, that's something that I have to work on is understanding that and executing that in the stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta. I don't know. I guess.
We just need to sit here and we need to go through like trail cam pictures and put it on. Here we go. Great example right
There
here.
you go. Where do you shoot it, Keith? Where do you shoot it?
I can't even see it.
Oh my God. Where do you shoot it?
Where am I shooting that deer?
Hold on. We'll do this even better. Watch this, Keith.
You just point.
Are you gonna?
You just point at his dick?
You can't even see his dick, Nate.
Yes, you can. Look how long it is. It's
It
right
is-
there. Look at that thing. It's right there.
Nate,
There you go, Keith. This is your mouse, and they can see on the screen. Drag it
Does
over
it
here.
work?
Drag it over here on this screen.
It doesn't
Right.
work
Left.
on the
Nope.
turkey thing.
Left.
Turkey.
Jesus.
Give me a mouse pad,
Nope.
would you? Jesus.
You got to drag it onto that screen. Because that's what they can see.
Ben, you can't buy a mouse pad.
Oh my God. So I'm shooting that deer right there.
There you go. You're good. Man,
Money.
Monty, deer's dead.
But you have to understand, this is after reflecting for 48 hours and learning and doing research and talking to people, right?
So when you were in the stand and that deer was walking by, you were contemplating, do I shoot him here?
No.
Or do I shoot him
So
here?
the buck on Sunday, my problem is it was too dark for me to fully see his body orientation.
They
And I did
can't
not-
see the mouse on there? Oh, yeah, they can.
And I did not see how much he was quartering to. That was the main problem.
That's not-
Depends on what I have in my hand, but I might aim right there.
22 mag, a little bit more forward.
The long rifle might do the job right there.
6'5", yeah. He's
Anyway,
done
Get right
so.
behind that skull bone.
But
Yeah. So
pretty good buck there, huh?
I'd shoot it.
Hell yeah. That's the one you shot.
I can't see its antlers from
That's
here.
the one Ben shot.
Jesus, that's a
He's
nice...
a beast, honestly.
Was that morning?
That was about 2 minutes before I killed him.
And Ben shot him right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yep.
If I remember right.
Dead broadside, shot him right there.
They always look a little different when you look at the hole and they're laying on their side because their skin like pulls and shit.
Mm-hmm. But dude, he was super dark. I think he's the darkest buck I've ever killed.
Mine was super dark.
Wow, he was wet too.
Yeah, I think that was part of it. But you can even see. Yep, he's got that stuff hanging on his face. So he was covered in pokeweed. He must have thrashed a pokeweed or something. He had all this like reddish
crap
all over his antlers. It was awesome. I thought it was blood at first. I was like,
So here's another test. Keith, what would you age that deer at by looking at him?
3.5.
Keith says 3.5.
Keith says 3.5. I estimated him at 4. Couple additional features that a lot of people don't necessarily look for, but it's one I like for an indicator, is a super short tail, because that's what he had. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, his tail was as big as my hand.
Keith
Looked
at me like their tail gets fucking shorter.
That's exactly what was going through my goddamn head. I'm like, they outgrow their tail? Well, what is this shit?
No, I'm serious.
This deer had a short ass tail.
His
Did you
tail
bob
was my
it?
hand.
What the hell?
No.
His tail was my hand.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
that.
a little.
Usually they're about 2 of my hands.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna see it because I'm getting the back half of his hand.
Look at it. It stops right there.
Yeah.
It's like it got shot off or something.
Yep.
Maybe he chewed on it.
Yeah. So I'm actually getting the back half of his hide tanned. The cape's going to the texture.
What are you doing with that?
It's gonna be like a throw on the couch or something.
Make a vest.
With a short tail.
Have it right
It's
down.
the tie.
Have it down.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't need a goddamn loincloth. So anyway, what I was going to say is the scalding down the hocks. Like, if you look, the scalding...
Did you throw water on him?
No. The scalding, which is the staining down the hocks there.
Staining.
That goes all the way down to his dew claws on both of his back legs.
Okay.
That's something you typically see with, 4.5 and older bucks.
So you think he's 4 or 4.5?
4.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Deer are measured in halves, Keith, with age.
That's why I said 3.5, Ben. You said 4.
Okay. Yes, you're right, Keith. Sorry, I forgot the half.
4. It's 4/8.
We estimate him at 4.5.
Wait, is it 4 and 4/8?
It might be 4. Well, we don't measure his. Yeah, sure. It'd be 4 and 6/12 actually, because it's on a monthly calendar. But anyway,
Sorry.
No, he was a buck that kind of showed up this late summer, and we kind of knew he was going to be a good, solid built buck, and he was actually the biggest neck measurement Mike's had this year so far.
What was his name?
He was a beast. He didn't have one.
8 pointer.
I'm gonna call him
Dead.
You know what I'm gonna call him? 4/8.
Dead. 4/8. Yeah, 4/8 is a good one.
No, you should go probably 3/8 because he's busted.
Yep.
He was a 9th.
I got more pictures.
But he busted that too.
Yeah, he did. He had a split brow on that right side, and he had a decent G3 on that side too.
So was that a fun hunt? Like, did you get to watch him for a while? Come in.
So actually, yeah. So I guess coming with this story, so he was the 9th buck I saw that morning, and this was 9:30. I know the clock's not right on this.
Did
an
you
hour
take my
fast.
privileges away?
What? No. You're on the wrong screen, Nate. You got to be on this screen.
There's 2 screens, Nate.
So he, when I saw him, he was just, so there's a really big scrape over here. That's a stick, Nate.
Look at that freaking thing.
Nate, that's a stick in the snow.
God damn.
You're just used to seeing it that skinny, huh?
Anyway, so there's a big scrape here underneath an oak
Have
tree.
you ever pulled one out? They are skinny.
There's a scrape under this here oak tree, and I looked over and I see this, dark blob coming across the field. It's his tarsal glands, and
Scalding.
scalding, and
you said it was staining.
yeah, the tarsal staining of scalding down the back hocks. Yes, so I saw him like 5 or 10 yards past this. He's cutting kind of across this food plot, downwind of these couple bedding areas that I was sitting kind of on the side of. Yep, there it is. On a nice sawtooth oak.
There's a scrape right there.
Yeah, you can't tell. It's freaking demolished.
That's a maple leaf underneath that.
That's goldenrod.
Oh.
Anyway, so he was coming across that field, and then he turned to cut up the field to go into another bedding area. Actually, Nate, if you zoom all the way out.
I am. I just did.
So right here, this is real time. So this is the other camera he walked by right before I killed him.
Okay.
He got right to about here, and then he turned and went up this trail toward what we call Gravity Cavity.
Man, that's a nice deer.
Yep. Turned to go up Gravity Cavity, and right before he gets out of sight, so usually I let bucks kind of get past me before I call to them. That's kind of the strategy I use. Like they're almost going away or committed to go away to turn them to come back rather than when they're right into where...
Yeah.
Because right there, he's only about 50 yards. And I wanted him more like 75, 80 yards from me. So once he cut up the hill there, there's a maple tree that he was by, right about where I lost sight of him, right there. Yep, there's the maple, little golden colored maple. There, thank you, Nate. So he's cutting up there by that maple tree. I lost sight of him, or just about to lose sight of him. I got him in the binoculars, and I grunt at him a couple times with that hooks messenger call.
That's a good one.
Ben's obsessed with it. He's the spectrum kicks in on that one.
Yeah, I love that hooks call, dude. That's my jam.
It does sound decent.
Yeah. So I grunted to him, and it didn't even turn his head.
Are we sponsored?
Nope, we're not sponsored
We'll
by
get
him.
us sponsored, then start name dropping.
So I grunted. He didn't even turn his head, and I'm like, well, yeah, guess what it is. It's a good hunt this morning. Saw a lot of chasing, a lot of bucks. Just a good hunt. You know, put the binoculars back down, put my grunt call back in my pocket, put my hands back in my hand warmer, my muff, and I'm like sitting there, and then all of a sudden I hear a stick break, and I go, huh. And I kind of look in front of me where this box elder tree we used to have a camera on. I pushed it up with the Mini X when we had it this year, and I look, and through the snow I can see some, a body moving. I'm like, oh, I said, here's a deer. And I had so many deer around me that morning, buck-wise, that I put the binoculars up because I was like, I want to make sure it's the right deer.
Yeah.
And he comes out, and he's standing behind that box elder, and I can see him good, and I'm like, okay, that's the same buck.
Mm-hmm.
Put the binoculars down, grab the bow, and he comes in, and he stands like right on the edge of the thick. And I thought he was going to do like, most times when you get a buck that comes to the edge of a kind of an opening area like that, especially when you grunt to them, they come there and they look.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't see it committed. The thing I had working for me there was I was in super thick bedding cover, so he had to really commit to be able to see the rest of that area.
Right.
So, and he did. He committed 2 steps too far, and
Keys to rattling and grunting.
Was there,
What's
was
that?
There,
Was there a
more,
tip
was
there?
there more to that, or?
You just said it.
Oh,
Oh.
yes. Making sure, yeah.
Absolutely. You can't do that in a wide open thing. When you enter in a solid, wide open hardwoods and you rattle and grunt, that deer is just going to come up to the edge of it,
100 yards,
scan that whole woods, and bail.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be just over the top of a hill and hoping they're coming over that side, because if they're coming up this side, it better be thick as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be up tight to some thick stuff, bedding. You got to be
honestly, I like blowing over an open field with my wind. Because you usually don't like to circle into an open field.
Honestly, standing corn is not bad to rattle into.
I like that too. Yep.
I say rattle call into.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
I've had more luck with rattling than I have.
So when I grunted that buck
Grunting.
Sunday morning, I was literally right on the edge of thicket bedding where he came out of. And I grunted 3 times. One to stop him, twice, and then he came in. And, he came right up to me. Man, that was fast service.
Oh, no, you...
I'm good, thank you.
Why did we get rid of it?
Oh, you want it back on? Click add stage.
Oh, okay. See, I'm learning.
Yep. Nate's learning how to run the board.
See, Keith?
That's cool, Nate.
See, I'm learning
I'm
too.
proud of you.
Pretty soon,
You're trying hard.
I'll be doing this. That'll be...
Yeah.
Hang
So
He'll
with
be in
that
Illinois.
angle there, Keith, what do you think on that angle?
Oh, shit.
It's the same angle.
No, it's not. It's completely
that,
different.
No, that
it's
one.
completely different.
No, that one, yeah.
All right, Keith, this angle.
That's not the right buck.
What's wrong with that bar?
That's not the same buck.
Does it matter?
No,
It's an
doesn't.
angle.
What about that one?
I'm shooting shoulder.
I'm shooting weight.
Weight?
I don't like that shot. It's too quartering
No,
for me.
you said if I had to shoot. If I had to shoot, I'm shooting shoulder and hoping it's gonna catch.
You're too literate. See, I think
you're taking it too literal. Like, you got to shoot because he's there and he's in range.
Oh no, that right now after my experience on Sunday.
So that was about.
Like you're showing every one of my deer. God damn it.
Yeah.
So after my experience on Sunday, Ben,
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting that deer walk.
On that shot angle.
Like I was talking to Dalton about this on Sunday. Like,
That's a quick fucking click in.
I've made a decision.
Nate's like, I hold the keys to the kingdom right now. I can show everyone.
What does Jesse say? I am the captain now.
I have the keys to the kingdom.
So no, like with my experience and skill level, I've made a decision that I'm not shooting in low light, and I'm not shooting quartering 2. I'm letting him walk, no matter what.
Why is it doing that? I don't want that. I don't
What are you
want
doing?
that one.
What do you want?
I want the hunch one. That one.
That one.
Nate, you're on the wrong screen.
No, it's this one. I'm on the right one again. Watch this.
What are you trying to do?
Rub his nose.
I'm picking his nose.
Oh my
okay.
God, Nate. You're like
Gotcha.
a 12-year-old.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Beautiful
Other things to look at is when we're coming to shot angles, Keith.
What's on? No one cared about my opinion on his age.
Picking
I always
his
care
nose?
about your opinion,
No
Nate.
one cared about my opinion on the age.
You didn't speak up.
You know what he is, Nate? He's a hell of a 2-year-old.
Solid dude. That's what I was gonna say. But if you want my honest opinion, 3-4.
Yeah.
So. Honestly, I saw him in person. He's a beast. But I go back to past experiences in my life.
Rocky.
And the biggest fucking buck, body-wise, I ever shot in my life came back 3.5.
Yeah.
And he was a beast. So I'm also like, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at, I kind of go back to like
Rocky
past, and like I kind of add it up.
Mm-hmm. And then your one buck was 4 that you shot the year before Rocky. And he was a good solid buck, but
He was a good buck, but he only scored what, like 102?
Yeah.
So
Dressed out at like 155, but he came back as 4.
Yep.
So ages and everything, really. Genetics matter.
Well, it plays into it, but they're just like people,
Mm-hmm.
So like
I'm taller than you.
So like this one,
you're longer than me.
This one right here, Keith. This is a really good example. Did anybody talk to you about legs forward and legs back?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But I know, just out of common sense, I wouldn't shoot that deer right there.
I would.
With the leg back like that?
There's enough of a quartering away. Broadside? No.
Oh, yeah. Is that quartering away?
That's quartering away.
Then I would shoot that at the V.
Oh, he's going for the vital V. Dun, dun, dun.
That's where I'd shoot that deer.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm putting it
right there.
Right there.
You're aiming at the back.
So you're a
outside
surveyor.
shoulder.
Can you 3D image his lungs inside him as he's moving?
If I had a three scan.
However, if it was in this situation, I'm letting him take a half more step and then stop him too.
Right.
I mean, if he's.
I'm putting it.
Yeah, that's like the perfect. That's like the perfect slight quartering away, dude. That's the money shot.
I'm punching it.
Not saying
quartering away. I haven't struggled with. I've killed deer quartering away. It's quartering too. In both my
it's
deer,
a lower percentage shot.
Don't shoot quartering too.
Well, if you heard what I said earlier, is I made the decision that I'm not making that shot anymore.
He's smiling. Look at Brian.
He knew that was there.
He's like, I saw a bigger one.
That was exactly what my dad said. He's like,
I saw a bigger one and Ben's tags punched.
That's exactly what he said. He's like, I think the 8 I saw had more beams and was taller. I'm like, dude, I said it could be. Could be old Hank. Dude. Dude.
I know. He's gonna make it.
So I gotta say something that so I don't have a ton of big deer on the farm. Like this, I told my processor the deer I shot Sunday was the second biggest deer I've ever seen on the farm, in person or on camera. And I saw a post on Facebook a few weeks ago that intrigued me. And it was the question of, why do we put more emphasis on the size of the deer rather than the experience with the deer?
I mean, we talk about that a little bit, but we also, we're not score chasers.
No,
by
I'm not
any
saying.
means.
I'm not saying
As a whole.
I'm not
as like a
saying. I'm not
community,
saying you too, but yeah, as
Sure.
a whitetail hunting community, why do we in social media and talking at the bar, talking at the the archery shop, why do we put such an emphasis on the size or score versus the experience you have with that animal that morning in the stand or the blind or whatever? Why is that?
It's a dick measuring
I was
contest.
just about to say the same exact thing. Because we're men,
Yep.
So
and everything's a competition.
So-
Yep.
so this is-
100%.
you guys,
like this.
It's primal, dude.
Perfect
Yeah.
example is this buck here. Beautiful
Yeah.
buck. I'm guessing him to be 3.5. I think Ben kind of backed that up.
And I think his
people,
teeth show it too,
Mhm.
100%.
some people would look at this deer and they would just look at the antlers and they go, "That's a 2.5-year-old deer,"
Mhm.
because they watch a lot of TV. And
Or if it's
It's-
Iowa, that's a year and a half.
Yeah, right.
the thing is everyone. It's circumstance. Everyone has a different setup. Some people, I know guys that work their ass off all summer and then they're off from October to the end of February.
Right.
They can
to
hunt every fucking day.
Right.
As long as
Tim.
their wife or whatever.
Tim's one.
Tim who?
Rose.
No, he's not.
He's
Tim,
off all the time.
Tim works with me. He just saves all his vacation.
Yeah.
To hunt.
Same idea.
To hunt.
hunt.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
There's a lot of
all
opportunities.
his kids are also grown up.
Right, yeah.
And,
He has
he's
those
single.
opportunities.
R.I.P. to his wife. She was
Yep.
a very nice lady.
Mhm.
But, yeah, it's all circumstance. Everyone is a little different. Everyone has a little different life. Everyone has a little different lifestyle.
Hunting properties.
Ben deals with different things at home than I do. You deal with different
Mhm.
things at home than I do.
Yep.
Like we're all different in our own way, and we all have our own opportunities and time
Mm-hmm.
to be able to go out and hunt.
Yep.
I mean, some guys get to hunt, maybe once a week. Other guys get to go out every morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Before
yeah,
work
yeah.
or
And
Sure.
And I
some
just,
guys can't hunt at all until opening day
right.
or a
at-
weekend day or something.
at
Yep.
Pawpaw's camp 3 hours away that they got to
And-
drive to
and
because
that's
they
the
got
only-
nothing to hunt around.
And that's the
them.
only weekend they get, perhaps.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Like it's
yeah.
it's all circumstance,
Mhm.
and it's also the time put in.
right.
The time and the work put in will also increase your
Mhm.
your odds,
Right.
and then
Oh, for
experience, which you're going through.
Yeah. For
Well,
sure.
I mean, we're all still learning. Like we
Mhm.
see new shit every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But for you and for anybody who's in your shoes, you can't go anywhere until you get the fundamentals down. Just focus on the fundamentals,
Mm-hmm.
figure out what they are, and just focus on them. Once you have that rock solid base or that foundation,
Yeah.
you can start adding what you like to it. Because
Mhm.
everyone likes a little something different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And something works a little better for different people than they
And
does
like you
for
said,
other
what you're,
people.
what
Me
you're
and Ben
capable
don't
of
do
doing.
everything the same.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's got his little things he likes to do, and I'm like, man, that didn't fucking never work for me.
So I got to tell you this.
and I do my shit.
So I got to
know
tell
what
you
I
this
mean?
while I'm
Like,
thinking about it. You said those little weird things. So going out on my mom's property at the horse farm, my sister spreads manure at the entrance of the field where the bridge is. So every time I walk to the stand, I stop at that fresh manure pile and I shuffle my boots and my pant legs in that for 2 minutes.
Mhm.
Every time I go out to that stand.
That's a common smell. Sure. It's no
The-
different than walking through the edge of the silage pile
Yep.
or anything like
So-
that at a farm. Sure.
They ride horses on all of our trails that the deer walk right down.
Mhm.
They're used to that scent.
Sure.
And if I go to the other stand, I actually go out in the horse pasture and do the same thing.
Sure.
And I'll get it, up to my knees, so like 6 inches,
Roll around in it a little bit.
Yep. So, and it's just one of those weird things that I've started doing this year, and it's actually worked. I don't have deer walking up my footpath.
Yep. Me
For
and my
sure.
dad before the
Crossing
apple
your
trees.
footpath.
Yeah.
And, and then they act all like.
Alert. Like, what's going on?
No, but not completely going inside out.
Yep.
So we used to do that with the orchard. Used to produce a lot more apples, so we used to smash them all over our boots as we were walking in, stop and smash and stop and smash,
Yep.
and stuff like that. So, and then a couple other things. If you don't have like more natural, authentic smells like that on the property you hunt, the biggest thing I tell guys is don't ride with boots in your truck if you can help it.
Mm-hmm.
Ride with a set of Crocs or something like that, and then slip you around when you get to your property or get dressed at your hunting property. Again, everybody's property is different and setup's different, but that makes a big difference. The amount of scent that you can stop, not just from the deer that come by your stand while you're on stand, it's more so the deer that come by your stand when you have left your stand.
Right. And they know you've been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Right.
Dave Todd had a good comment. Said, old timer once told me aim for the opposite shoulder. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, mine was about dead broadside. I mean, left to right, there wasn't hardly an inch of frickin' difference. Dude.
You had a perfect shot. Pretty much.
I think perfect's quartering away, personally. I prefer quartering away over broadside.
Okay.
You got way more, you open up that chest cavity way better. You lose that blocker.
Right.
And I did, roundabout way, I did hit the edge of the scapula.
I remember you saying that.
Mm-hmm. And I grenaded the front shoulder on him.
Right.
Like, there was no meat save on that. The amount of impact from, and like Keith said, he's like, because you're shooting Matthews.
I was just going to say that.
I shot him with the Matthews 12 gauge special.
Nate's over here rolling over in his grave. It's 2 against 1.
But me
2 against 1, you lose, Nate.
He's a traitor.
But the interesting thing about that was the message came through from the processor last night. He said, hey, he's like, you got a lot of meat loss on the shoulder. And he sent me pictures, and Hannah's like, is that normal?
Let's see it. Let's see the damage.
Hannah's like, is that normal? And I'm like, okay. So this goes back to explaining.
I've had this happen before. With
Sure.
a Hoyt.
Yep, absolutely. So.
Are you sure it wasn't a 12 gauge, Nate?
Yeah, so.
I'm telling you.
With the.
That was.
With the. I'm going to make sure I can get them sent over. I didn't plan on doing this, so. Stand by. So.
Please hold.
With any projectile, energy transfers. So when you hit bone, all that energy has to go somewhere and causes trauma.
Sure does.
So, but if you get through the ribs and you don't clip a rib, there's not a lot of meat or muscle there to cause trauma.
Yeah.
Same thing with a rifle shot or whatever.
Yeah.
Dad shot double wide, dude, and there was no, like, how you get that, like, percussion in the chest cavity, anything like that. He missed both ribs on both sides. It looked like a freaking little pencil hole going in and going out.
Yep.
And that
Double
deer, lung diaphragm, like right on the edge. He hit him a little bit back. He hit, and I'm probably going to get the name of this wrong. Vagal, I think is the short pronunciation of it. We think he hit the vagal nerve, which is a light switch of your nervous system that sits back along your diaphragm.
Okay.
It's why if you get punched in the gut, you can get knocked out cold.
Sure. Yeah.
It's an off switch to your freaking brain.
Nice. Nate, don't punch me.
So we think he clipped that vagal nerve, which is microscopic.
Yeah.
But it was a little pencil hole. There was no trauma, no
done.
meat loss, dude.
Yeah.
He went right through both ribs, missed them both clean.
243.
With 243.
So
Yep.
I shot
not that 6.5, not the 30-06, not the whatever.
My
So
243.
funny story about that is I shot 2 does with my 223, double lung, through the ribs, and there was no trauma, and they didn't go 60 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 2 of the cleanest kills I've had on a whitetail in my life. It was a 223. Yep, double lung 223. For everyone that says you can't kill a whitetail with a 223, they're lying to you.
Listen to some Ted Nugent.
I've killed 4 deer with a 223. at over 100.
God bless you. Shoot the spike.
I'm telling you, Ted Nugent's like, he goes, why do they try giving us tags and stuff? Just go out and shoot as many
Oh,
as you
I
want.
saw that
That's-
podcast.
Okay, so that's also
was-
out of context. That's in urban areas is what he's
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah.
specifically, but yes.
Yeah. But I'm
But
like,
yes.
yes, Ted.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, why not?
Yeah. So,
Hell yeah.
so look at the freaking, look at that
That's
crush.
buckshot, man.
Yeah, what did you shoot that with?
You
A
slowed
10
him.
gauge?
You slowed him down with a
Jesus.
12 gauge. With
What are you
some
shooting, a
double
crossbow?
aught in there. That looks like peppered
Can you
shoulder.
zoom in on that so everyone can see that really well?
Oh,
My
You want me to do it?
God.
I'm a master now.
no,
You
I
got
just-
lucky.
I gotta download it. I can't.
Oh my god.
Can you use the hand and rub the meat a little bit?
I can.
Can you
Give me a
massage
second.
it?
Give me a second.
Yes.
I need to change the window view. I'm working.
How come I didn't have to do all this?
Because it's different. It's coming through
Oh my
Facebook.
god. What is he doing?
He's
This
ruining
is so
that. He's like, oh my god, they said buckshot.
Yeah. So
That is definitely the outside of the shoulder too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of meat damage, buddy.
I'm telling you, that deer got hit by a car. That's why his rack was busted, and that's why.
So you're just making excuses why his Matthews didn't do that. Is that what you're saying?
no, I think
Just
well,
messing
and
with you.
no, so
He also shoots 500 grain broadheads though.
What?
with explosive tips. So
Solid brass
yeah.
broadheads.
500.
So
That's
Daryl did say that there was a lot, like you can see down in here. There's a lot once he got that like meat jelly, I call it, off
Yeah,
the
yeah.
top from trauma.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens, dude. When you hit bone, all the energy has to go somewhere.
And it goes right in that meat.
It goes right into muscle because it's connected to the meat there. There's
Yeah.
not a ton there on the front shoulder, but you know, that's what he asked me. He's like, "Did you shoot this with a 12 gauge?" I was like, "No." I said,
Caleb wants to know if you beat him.
"Yeah." Caleb said, "How long are your main beams?" I didn't measure them. I can't measure them because that's a conflict of interest.
Speaking of dick measuring contest, Caleb.
What?
What?
His was bigger.
How long is your main beam?
I didn't measure it.
He just
Oh,
said that.
his main beam?
Oh, his?
You just said deer hunting is a dick measuring contest.
You
Yep.
did.
And
You
then
did say
Caleb
that.
chimes in
You
and
did
says,
say that.
"Is mine bigger than yours?" in a very nice way.
Yep.
Yep. Thank you, Caleb.
Yes, Caleb, yours is bigger than the other ones I've measured so far. But I have not measured my own, so I can't tell you. He's at Dahmer's.
Who's gonna measure him for you?
We're stretching his beams out right now. We're getting the beam stretcher out. You know, I want to make sure we get a good accurate measurement here. But yeah, so there was a lot of trauma on that, but
To
still
be
got,
close, Caleb. He's got 20-inch beams.
yeah, I think he's got probably 20. I mean, if you look at him on
18 to 20, easily.
if you look at him on that photo, dude, I mean it's getting out there to the tip of the nose. Like that's, I think they're gonna be closer to 23.
23-inch beam.
But he did have a short nose.
And a
He
short
did
tail.
have a
Very
short.
He was
He
very
had a
short.
He had a short nose and a short tail,
Long. Yeah.
and some scalded hocks.
And some scalded hawk. His piss was so hot
Nate-
coming out of that.
Nate's getting weird.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, that's the big thing, dude. Is like getting between bedding right now. I think if you got a spot where you're gonna be tucked in, and you gotta, and this is where Nate's gonna disagree with me, but if you got a 1-year rule, because we're right in that prime time, I know where I'm gonna be sitting if the wind's right. I'm going in on a 1 year, just like I was with that buck. I went in on a 1-year rule for a hot doe group, and $9 chasing, grunting, had a good cruiser come through.
So you got to define the 1-year rule.
So the 1-year rule works for specific bucks, I think, but also I combine.
But what is the 1 year? You got to come up with like a different name for it if it's just like an area, because everyone knows a certain time of year you go sit the pinch points, you go sit the funnels, you go
But
sit
which
the
one?
saddles, you go to the one that you can access and the weather's right.
But when you can combine that with that doe group that's hot at that time, from previous year's data or trail cam pictures or stand observations or encounters, like 9th, 10th, that block of the farm, that south end down there where I was, is always really good.
So you're going off of the 1 year rule as like a block of woods. Like
Yeah,
I gotta
so
try and be in this
sure.
area.
Yep, absolutely. So I kind of break ours down into, depends on how you look at it, 5 or 6 zones. One's kind of a flex zone because it depends. Because sometimes the buck uses an east-west variation rather than just like a north-south variation on one side of the road, if that makes sense. So I kind of break it down into like 5 or 6 different zones the way, I kind of look at it.
But at the end of the day, it's just a game of statistics and probability that you're working off. That's all. It's all it is.
I'm
right?
going off of where I had pictures of a buck last year, and or where I had pictures of good chasing or rutting activity that year prior to on that date.
But like when you're making a decision where to sit on what day or what
Wind's still got to be right.
not encounter not
Weather trumps everything.
right, but
Me and Ben agree on that.
Not and
100%.
so do I. But what I'm talking about is like my brain works in probability, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can have a data set that's going to give you
What do they use? Hold on, sorry to interrupt you real quick, but what do they use on the NFL now? Like, 4th and 6, they should go for it on the 40.
Oh,
like,
the probability. Yeah.
Yeah, what is that called? That's what Keith goes on.
Stat tracker or whatever it is. I forget
Okay.
what
But
the
whatever
heck
it
they
is,
call it.
so like I have a heavy background in statistics and probability, right? And it's so if you have enough data to make a decision based on a percent probability that a deer is going to be there, because essentially that's what you're saying, right? Based on whatever observation, whatever,
sure.
it's just data, right? It's data coming into you,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have a certain percentage of like, okay, a deer is going to be in this zone at this weekend and in this area, whatever it may be, to me, you'd be a fool not to go sit that if you can,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you can. But like statistics rule everything that
Mm-hmm.
we do. You just don't always see it, right? But like if you can have that data
Mm-hmm.
to say I've seen XYZ deer here in the last 5 years, and then you wake up that morning and the wind's right, if you don't go sit that, to me that's a poor decision, right? But like also what I think about is how much effort you put into gathering that data, right? So like you make an effort to get that data to make those decisions on that probability.
I've made better advancements in the last few years to where I make the data work for me a lot easier. I used to try to put it all in a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
That's fucking asinine. You can organize your folders based on date, and that works way fucking better.
Yeah.
Rather than going through every individual buck or every individual spot on a property. I'll show this to you guys. Sorry, viewers at home, you can't see this. But I went in 1 year ruling after our number 1 buck, who might still be alive. Oh, this is the fucking stud 3-year-old that Nate told me I should have shot the other night. His eye's way more hanging out now.
Should have shot him.
I got it.
Nate, what are you gonna say? What do we need to hear here? You look like you were gonna say something.
So this was me
I
1
was
year.
gonna say something.
This
Going
is
on
this
the
is
1 year.
this is me 1 year ruling for Lucky, who's the number 1 buck, which he might be dead already because he disappears for 2 weeks in November. He shows up last couple weeks of October, and he'll show back up in November, like mid-November. So right now he's not normal to. Yep, sure is. So right now he's normally not on the farm.
How's that cold? You drink warm beer?
He
cold.
pulled it out in the beginning of the show.
Yeah. So this was when I went into Hunt Lucky on the 25th at this spot.
Yep.
There's Lucky.
Yeah.
Right after he left.
No, it was between when I walked
That's
in and when I
nuts.
walked out. So that deer was 75 yards behind me, and I didn't know that morning.
Walking in.
No, I was already on stand when he was walking.
Oh.
When he was walking right there in that camera.
Yeah.
I'm right over here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm about 75 yards from him. I would have only been about 30 yards from where I'm moving that fucking tree stand next year, because the way they use the top of that ridge now. Because after we logged it and cut it, they use that hill different now.
I'm about to throw a curveball in this bitch.
All right, dude.
Curveball that bitch,
Let's hear it, Nate. Nate's got a curveball.
Sitting
So
on the
you're
curve.
a data guy.
Sitting on the curve.
Yeah, I love data.
And you're very much about the 1 year rule.
Analytical, yeah.
Analytical. I think there's, in my opinion,
I'm just anal.
spectrum. And
Good point.
so, God damn, I lost my track of thought.
Sorry.
Come on,
You
Nate.
threw it off with the spectrum.
Yeah,
I thought it
Your
was the
spectrum
anal.
threw me off.
That was the anal.
you have the just right amount of spectrum, though.
It is good. It is.
You were
it
talking
is a
about the
solid-
1 year rule and how
it is
you were
a
going to bust
solid-
it up.
It is a solid touch of spectrum.
A touch of tism is a lot of better fun.
It makes you do math.
So you
well.
guys, with all of that, you guys are probably on board with that our world is in a simulation.
Earth is flat.
No.
Like you could possibly be flat earthers.
I'm not a flat earther.
This deer is gonna walk through here at the same time.
I'm not a flat earther. I've been on the other side of the earth and it looks different than here.
every year. But you're a data guy.
But no, it's
'cause your
probability.
It's
no,
because your
no,
left
no,
is right.
No, it's probability, Nate. So like if you have a 75% chance that a deer is going to walk through there versus another stand that has a 50%, I'm going to go sit the 75%.
A deer. But
Yeah.
what my take was
Okay, I'm listening.
that the 1 year rule is usually based on an individual deer, not an area.
Oh, not
That's
deer.
what my take with
Yes
Ben
and no.
is that I think there needs to come up with a different
Terminology.
term for the whole hunt this area versus hunt that deer on the 1 year rule.
right, so
Because I
come
feel
up-
like that's two different things.
Okay, I see where you're tracking with
I
that.
see where
So you're saying that 1 year rule.
Use lucky.
Use lucky. So
Like what you just said.
So-
like he was 75 yards behind you that
Yep.
morning.
Yep. So that spot.
And you have
that
data
motherfucker-
on that deer.
That motherfucker right there, hacksaw.
Yeah.
The 26th. So that picture I showed you guys was the 25th. The 26th, he was in there, and I watched him fucking mount a doe on the 26th in that stand
At 55 yards.
at 55 yards.
And I told you to pull the trigger.
Nate's like, you fucked up.
Oh, shoot the fucker!
Yeah.
And
So-
then the neighbor shot him with a crossbow, and that was the neighbor's third deer. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. So anyway, so yes, so the 1 year rule applies, but when they get 3, 4, 5 years old, they know where those does are hot and when
Right,
on that property because they're familiar with it.
right.
And also, like I said, I hedge my bet on it. So, like I can tell you, like different farms, different days are hot. And that's where you see this a lot from other guys where they're like, man, I've been hunting, everything's dead. Or
Yeah,
like,
right.
this or that. It could be that the does right there, a majority of them came into cycle, and a lot of bucks are with them right now. Whereas this spot is starting to heat up and get good.
Right,
That's why there's a flourish of activity.
right.
But
So
those-
yes, I see what you're saying though, Nate. Instead of calling it like a 1 year rule for a specific buck, I do also call it a 1 year rule if it's like a hot doe group
Right.
or like
it doesn't have to be specific to a buck.
like November 17th. I will be sitting down
we got to come
in
up
the
with a different
southern
term for
zone
it, though.
of the farm because there's always a good buck down there on the 17th. I've killed them. Neighbors have killed them
Mm-hmm. Right.
in that zone and area.
Mm-hmm.
17th.
Yeah.
It's just a good spot then.
Right.
For whatever reason. That's when that doe group or whatever cycles.
Right.
So yeah. No, it's definitely it's a good point though, Nate. Like I said, we gotta come up with a better term for it.
But I got
I
the
guess.
Because the 1 year rule, I feel like people get
A little confused and backwards on it.
right.
Sure.
Like with your buck this year.
It was
You
a
know,
1 year spot, but not
it
a
was
1
a-
year rule for him.
Right, because it was a new guy on the block
Sure.
that you killed.
Mhm.
And then in your post, you said 1 year rule, and there was a little controversy there.
Sure. With the new guy, but a 1 year. Yeah, I get.
They're
I get
like,
what you're
well,
saying.
how is it a 1 year rule if
He's a new guy.
he's
Sure.
a new guy that just popped in?
Sure.
So I'm taking
Good
this
point.
kind of off the beaten path here, kind of looking in is what it sounds like you're doing really is hunting a zone at a certain time period because you have specific, predictable movement in that zone in that time period.
Especially now in November.
So it's really called, I'm going to call it zone hunting.
I like that.
Because you are
You're going to cover 2. You're going to cover 3, Nate.
But really, you are
Full out blitz, baby. That's where I'm going.
But you're literally hunting
Let's
a
end
zone.
this.
You're hunting a zone, whether it's in a tree, on the ground, in a blind, doesn't matter how you're doing it. But you're hunting a zone based on the data that you've gained and the probability that a buck or hot does are going to go through that zone, whether it's bedding, feeding, doesn't matter. You're hunting a specific area on the ground
based on historical data.
Exactly, based on probability of movement in that data, whether it's hot does or bucks. So it's movement data in a zone. That's it.
I think Ben should just start calling it historical data. Like, I think you should pride yourself more in obtaining that data and holding on to that data and being able to flow your charts the way you do.
Because that's
instead of calling it like a 1 year rule.
Yeah,
just that historical data that you have
yeah,
puts you in those right positions.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Because
Because that's a lot of fucking work you do.
And that's what I was just gonna say. Like,
I don't do that. I go off of most recent data, like literally, because I don't go to the extent. I don't look at last year's photos. I don't look at any of that.
The reason
I go pull cards, and I'm like, okay, that buck's there. I need to hunt him.
Okay, so I'm gonna go on the other side of that. Okay, you go off historical data. You're going on current. You're going on current.
I'm going
data.
on most recent.
You know what I'm
information.
doing?
That's kind of how I hunt.
You know what I'm doing? I'm waking up.
You're winging it.
I'm looking at the weather.
You're winging.
And I'm gonna
That's
say
good though. That's the basics.
I'm gonna say, what with this wind, what stand can I hunt?
Oh, that's always the first.
And I'm going to that stand on the day that I can hunt. But that's all I'm doing.
So what I do is I go, okay, most recent information, that buck's been fairly consistent in that area around a kill time.
Yep.
Even if it's a half hour after shooting light. I'm like, okay, he was damn close. He was damn close. I need to get in there and I need to figure out what day I can hunt there with the right wind, and I think I need to be here. To kill him.
Right. So this is kind of going to go piggyback on what you said earlier about different circumstances and different opportunities, right? And I tell my wife this all the time. I'm like, Ben puts an insane amount of time into hunting, and because that's what he does. And I don't mention you because I just know what he does, more intricately. But I say to her, I'm like, Ben, that's his thing. Like, that's what he does. So he has the time to do that and the resources and all these things. Like, it's a conscious decision to expend all that energy, time, and money into doing that. Sure. So that's what works for you. But the cool part is, what did we just say at the beginning of the show? We all harvested an animal, right? So no matter what strategy you're working, historical data, current data, winging it, you can go take an animal, but the probability, in my opinion, of taking a good animal is going to be in somebody that spends the most time, the most resources in doing that, in the work. And if it's going to give you the most opportunities to see those deer, in my opinion, than me just going and essentially winging it to a point. I have the stands that I can work with the wind and weather and things like that.
The one thing I will say before we got a couple good comments that did roll in. Money does not cover, and I know you said means or whatever, but money does not. We talk about this every episode. Money does not cover your fuck ups.
Oh no. But I mean, you have
but
stands.
there's a lot of guys that just throw money at it,
and it doesn't work. And it doesn't work.
Not in nature. In the human world, they'll cover your fuck ups.
They can.
No.
When it comes to hunting, though, not usually.
What I meant by that, Ben, is the investment.
The investment of time and stuff. Sure.
Cameras and stands and blinds and food plots and all these things that do take money, right?
Sure.
It's a thing, but the biggest thing that you're investing is your time.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
Which is the only limited resource in the only equation.
Right.
So whether whoever you look up to or whoever, whatever, Ben, he's hunted how long have you've hunted that farm pretty much your whole life, right? I mean, you've had how many years of hunting on that specific piece? Consistent.
07 killed the first buck on it in 08, so coming up on 17, 18 years at this point.
Yeah.
He's got that much data, that much time based on
Right.
one individual property.
Then there's been stands moved. There's been 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Improvements made.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
It evolves.
it always evolves. Every year
Right.
it evolves.
Right.
Case in point, that stand is moving 30 yards now that bottom has been cut now.
Sure.
Every year you have to make adjustments. You have to do all of that.
Yep.
Yep.
You know? Now, if you're a permission piece guy, like myself, which some other people can relate to, and this is where me and Ben, this is why me and Ben sometimes agree, we disagree.
Bounce
this is
stuff
why,
different, 100%.
You know,
Yeah.
because I'll hunt a piece for 3 to 5 years, and I can't hunt it anymore.
Right. And then you're done.
For whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
whether they decided they wanted, someone's going to pay them $1,000 to hunt it, or they
Yeah.
sold it, or
Whatever.
The uncle wants to hunt now, or whatever.
Right.
Grandma died, and she was the one I was working with, and the kids took over, and
Yep.
now the kids don't want anybody out there.
Right.
For whatever reason it is, or a nephew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You lose it. You have a piece for a certain amount of time, and then you lose it. So you get to that point. You get to that where you really getting that piece dialed in.
Mm-hmm. And then you're done.
And then it's like, now you got to start all over. But this is where I'm going back to you, which you could do something similar because you have a family farm like Ben. You could do something similar to Ben, but it doesn't hold any... you don't have any grip on really what you're doing if you don't have a rock solid base of what you're doing when you start with any piece. You have to have the fundamentals of hunting, the good solid fundamentals. When I go from piece to piece, my secondary pieces, now I've got some great friends, my neighbors, they hooked me up with this lease, and can't thank them enough for it. But someday maybe it might come to an end for whatever reason. And I've gotten quite a bit of years of experience, and I'm really getting that piece dialed in, I feel like. But in a lot of my pieces in the past that I've spent years on, it just... And then you're going through that, and then all of a sudden you lose it, and you got to kind of start over. Just have your bases together. If you have that fundamental, you're already ahead of the game going into the new piece.
Right. Yeah.
The one thing I'll say is...
You have the strategy down.
Well, going back to that fundamentals, piece to piece to piece, he's killed more bucks on more pieces than I have.
Right.
If you look at our farm as two pieces, west side, right, west side, east side, and then my grandmother's, and then the other farm, I've only killed bucks on like 2 or 3 pieces technically.
Right.
All my bucks have come off of 2 main farms for the most part.
Yep.
So,
And you're just going off the fundamentals and your experiences.
Yep.
You're like, okay, this worked here, this worked here. I kind of, how to play the wind, you know how to do this, blah, blah, and you just kind of put it together and you try and make it happen.
Right.
Yep.
Increase those opportunities.
And then sometimes, it's like a Hail Mary. You throw it and shit doesn't go right. Then every once in a while it just hits.
Yep.
Right. You get lucky.
Or we get a 1-day permission piece and we go in there with, again, going back to the basics. We got semi-standing corn, we got fresh cut corn. And Nate's like, I was like, well,
I knew it was like not really pressured that hard.
And I was like, you want me to? And I said, I'm the guest. I said, it's your permission. You brought me along. You get first choice. He's like, well, I'm gonna go down here because it's a little further in. Da da da. And I'd never been to the property before. And Nate,
I could pretty much walk him to his spot. And
sure.
then
Yep. Exactly. Yep. And we were ground hunting or whatever. I saw a lot of deer. It was a great hunt. And then Nate smokes your biggest muzzleloader buck, right?
125 inches.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
On a 1-day permission first year holiday hunt.
That's wild.
What did we shoot him? What was it? Day after Christmas, or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was day after Christmas.
Yeah,
That's
day
awesome.
after Christmas.
Yep.
That's
So
really cool.
But you just add that stuff up. And something that every hunter would tell you, this is across the or go with your gut.
Yeah.
Well, you got that little tingly feeling in you that I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking do it. See what happens. It's probably gonna work out.
The other thing,
Yeah,
the
right.
other thing, piggybacking on Nate's thing, is there's only 1 or 2 stands that I've killed more than 1 buck out of. Like, it's not like the farms I hunt have like one main rut funnel and I kill 90% of my deer in that rut funnel.
Yeah.
This is a stand I set with Jake, actually. I told him, I texted him when I was like, hey Jake, remember that stand we set with all that when you thought you were gonna get hogweed all over you? I was like, guess what? That's the stand I shot that buck out of.
Right.
So I've never killed a deer out of that stand, period.
Prior to
buck
that.
or doe, didn't neither.
Right.
So out of the 17 bucks or so I've killed, I've only killed. Let me think. I killed George and my first buck. I killed those 2 out of the same stand, and I killed Curly and St. Patrick out of the same stand. That's it.
Yeah.
Every other buck's been out of a different stand.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
And some of these stands might only be 50 yards apart, hunting different movements, different ridges, different saddles or whatever, different winds.
Mm-hmm.
But the individual stand or location, there's only like 2 stands that I've killed more than 1 buck out of those 17.
You said you had some good comments. What do you got over there?
Yep. So we had my dad said he's still gonna call it the 1 year rule.
I like that.
So yeah. So Caleb comments in, says, and Caleb's a killer. He killed a great buck. He killed the biggest typical in the northeast big buck last year.
That's
with the
awesome.
bow. So shout out to Caleb, which we had him on the show. Biggest buck we've ever had on the show still is Caleb's buck. He said, so it's basically a 1 year rule that you do for does, not necessarily for the buck. Right. That's a good way to look at it for the rut time of the year, but I see that even in the pre-rut or different timings of the year when bucks move into certain areas at certain times, meaning individual bucks. So, so like Nate was saying, it's kind of 2 different 1 year rules I play. I play the 1 year rule data for the buck for what he's historically done and when and where, and then also like coming into November time frame, I'm looking at more of maybe where that buck was, but that's not always an indicator because sometimes he might be with a different doe or whatever, but I'm looking at where there was a lot of good rutting activity at that point. So yes.
Right.
November time frame, it turns more into a doe 1 year than I guess a buck 1 year.
Right.
Even though I still slant it toward, the buck because, dude, if you were getting lucky maybe 2 to 3 to 4 times a year, would you know what day you got lucky last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it was 4 times, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'd write that shit down.
Yeah. You don't think they do?
Right.
Yeah, you're going back with the same bar that day, too.
100%.
Might have to.
You're damn sure gonna. And that's why that's why there's a couple other bucks that, that we've had the last couple years, and we'll see if he shows up again this year. We've had this buck show up the last 2 years. He shows up second week of December. That's just when he shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, we must be running late tonight.
Yeah, we're about a half hour late.
Hour and a half, and then, yep. Gotcha.
We got a couple more comments. We're going to wrap it up here.
Yep, we're going to hit a couple more comments. We got nighttime for the nuggie. Caleb says, I do believe that buck will check that doe within 48 hours on a 1 year rule. Yeah, that's kind of the way we slant it, like one side or the other. Like when I'm looking at like 1 year data, it's like my other buddy that Brandon calls it my 24-hour rule. So he slants that like 24 hours of that day either way. So he almost puts it in like a 72-hour window or whatever it would be.
Yeah.
So and again, it just depends on like Nate said, your property and your piece.
Mm-hmm.
How many years you been bow hunting your farm seriously?
You said 4, right?
4.
4 years.
But the first year was a joke because I had no idea what I was doing.
I was guessing 3.
Absolutely
no
idea.
And me and Nate have said that too. Our last 10 years have been
two more
majority
years.
of our deer.
2 more years, you'll have that property figured out to where, when, and how to do it. And then you're just gonna be like, okay, well, I don't really need to do much.
And then, like you said, with the learning or whatever, you'll still find that place where you're like, I probably should put a stand over there or do this or do that.
Yep.
And that's where, like, me and Nate have also bounced off each other where I found stands for him where he's like, Why the fuck don't you have a stand over there?
Right.
And then,
You know.
then it's just like a light bulb will go off
And
in
you're
your
like,
head, and you're
what
just
the
like,
fuck?
it's like a different set of eyes on it,
Oh
Yep.
yeah, you get a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
and you need that sometimes.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
For
And
sure.
sometimes it's like, like I think I was looking at one of Nate's one time. He's like, nah, the fucking wind just swirls in there. Oh, okay, makes
Right.
sense. You know.
But it's no different than last year when you came over and helped me set those two stands, and we moved them 30, 40 yards, 50 yards maybe, and I've killed deer out of both those stands since we moved them.
And it's a lot of it just turns into the access with those stands is a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
The wind direction, the way you can play the angles is a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Like the trees are a little bit bigger, or they're clumped or whatever,
Mhm.
got better cover. All that stuff factors into it.
Yep.
The saddle guys will say, I can get in any tree, it don't matter. But I primarily hunt out of ladders. I know, Nate, you primarily hunt out of a ladder. Climber once in a while.
Yeah.
But,
I have
like
all
my
ladders.
yep. So, I
Going
do
mobile.
have a hang and hunt setup, but I don't
I got a
use it all
10-acre
much.
piece, and I'm all over that motherfucker with my saddle.
That's another running joke. We're going mobile on 10 acres, bro. Oh, dude, that needs to be on a shirt with the hell of a 2-year-old. Nate is, another comment rolled in. Nate is right on the permission places. They come and go. Seems like you lose them just as soon as you get them dialed in.
That's got to be tough, man.
That's why everyone says.
I think,
that's
well-
why everyone says as soon as you kill the big one,
Everybody's
within 2 years, you're not gonna be able to hunt there again.
me and Nate were talking about that with a permission piece that we have.
Every time.
The permission piece we have together. That's already started.
If you shoot the big one, just drag it out and don't tell anybody.
Yep. It's starting, and it's starting to. I think that piece, like Nate said, in the next year or two, I think we'll both be out of that one
Right.
fully, and not necessarily by our choice or whatever, just the way
It
that
sucks.
it's shaken.
Right.
So, but this is what it is, dude.
Part of it's part of the game.
Yep.
It's gonna get harder because there's a lot of people out there willing to pay for land to hunt, and like
Oh,
some
yeah.
of these guys, they're paying for their leases. I'm like, for like 2-3 more grand, you can just go kill a freaking farm stud.
Yeah. Right.
Or go an outfit hunt or whatever.
Right.
Sure.
You lease like how many acres for how many thousands of dollars?
Right.
Sure.
I'll just go down south, do a freaking
Guided hunt. And kill a
guided
monster.
hunt, go pop in one, sit there. You got the
Right.
cabin, you bring the family. Screw
Right.
it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. No, you're not
Sure.
wrong.
You
You're
know, for a
not
couple
wrong.
more grand.
Sure.
Fuck it. Way easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, all right, we hit it pretty
I hope
good
I don't
tonight.
get to that. I really don't.
No. Unfortunately, I think that's the way that it's going, just like anything in this
They're
world.
making it a rich man sport.
So,
Well, Ben, thank you for the kill bottle pour. I
Mhm.
appreciate it.
Yep. Now I just got to sift out the freaking cork out of it.
It'll be all right. Thank you.
No, it won't. It needs to be sifted out.
You gotta have a strainer, man. Go steal a
Cheesecloth.
Leave the
Cheesecloth is
cork
what
in it. Adds flavor.
It's not gonna hurt you any, is it?
it just gets a little. It could get tanniny.
Oh, that's gross.
I swallow a little cork.
It's fine. Yeah. But no, dude, I love this. I think we're gonna have some great freaking clips that come out of this episode. We got some great zingers that
Ben,
is gonna.
I made him a sweet camera arm and a sweet fucking
I
camera
couldn't
mount.
get on it. I couldn't get it on. Man.
Mother did not get his kill on camera.
No.
Bo was even disappointed about it. I saw the comment.
Yep.
I'm disappointed. I didn't even know about it.
No.
Man,
Nate's killed his buck on video.
How do I
Jesse
get
killed his buck on
3
video.
deer on video and you can't get one?
You can try hard enough.
Ben, we need a little improvement in this area.
Yeah. Try harder
Just
next
saying.
time.
Just saying. We're trying to do a YouTube channel, and it can't just be all mine and Jesse's kills.
I mean, Jesse kills enough for the both of us.
He is a killer.
Yeah.
Well, thank
So
you.
he's coming. He's coming next week.
He don't
With the Euro.
discriminate either.
Yeah, he's coming next week with my Euro,
With the
His
state land buck?
with the state land buck, and the story.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to get the video downloaded to put into the episode, because it was a sweet video, dude.
Jesse's?
Oh yeah. on the ground,
sound?
freaking
Yeah.
hammering them, dude. Like
That sounds awesome.
Like at 20 yards with the head cam.
Oh, that sounds
yeah.
awesome.
No, dude, it'll be a good episode next
But
week.
it's like
with
all
Jesse.
learning curves. He's been trying to figure it out for what, almost 3 years now.
For
With the
Like,
filming and
like
stuff.
the filming with the
Angle and the
backpack
mount, yep.
Oh,
and
that's
like the
wild,
angle of
man.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it and figure it and know where it's got to be.
First
right.
couple years, it was just him shooting, and then you see him, yeah, or oh fuck, or whatever it was, you know.
Yeah.
And it was just him and his reaction. Now he's got to kind of figure it out where it's kind of
That's
out
cool.
in front of him. And
Yep, kind of angles right, and the bow's not covering the deer when he's shooting,
Sure.
and
it was a cool video.
yeah,
I'm
it's
looking
awesome.
forward to seeing that.
And he
video.
freaking drills the deer, dude. Like,
He's
money.
dude, Jesse's gonna be talking about this for the next 2 years. He's so amped up about this.
yeah,
That's awesome, though. That's what it's
100%,
about, right?
I'm not bashing it in any way.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
it's 100% awesome, dude.
I know Jesse, and that's. I mean, I've never killed a deer on state land, so
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I've never killed one on the ground right off.
I've never killed a deer with a compound bow with my fingers
No.
Nope.
with no sights.
With no
Right.
sight.
Yeah, you're basically shooting it like a trad bow.
Yep,
Yeah, it's impressive.
that's the feast away, man.
He's the goddamn real Fred Bear over there.
That's
guess
feast
so.
away. So, all right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the comments and the supports. We do have the new outro video for the episode tonight, so make sure you stick around and check out all the sponsors on that and support the folks that support the channel, dude, and keep everything rolling.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Man,
Thank-
we went for a while.
yeah, we did. Good conversation, though, dude.
Mhm.
So,
Sorry, I like to talk.
all right, guys. Thank you all for
Good to
tuning
have
in.
you on, man.
We'll catch you all next time. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Nate.
Yippers.
See ya!
See ya.